Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. We're sipping on some tea today. I'm actually sipping on some lemsip because, not because I'm cold, but I really just love the flavour of blackcurrant. Anyways, enough about me. Let's go ahead and talk about the Super Bowl. So last night was a Super Bowl. I would have watched it live, but I actually value sleep over celebrities. So I did sleep and I was snoring and snoozing away. I woke up in the morning and my first thought was, have I prayed? I did in fact pray. After that, I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get on into this whole whatever I just said. Let's get on into the Super Bowl. So, hold on. Also, go and grab a snack, get comfortable, put your feet up, subscribe whilst you're at it. It costs you nothing. It takes less than 10 seconds. So, babes, what are you waiting for? Just do it, innit? Like, every little helps. So, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some things that I wanted to get on into because quite a few things happened at the Super Bowl. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of wish I watched it live. I feel like I wasn't really doing much today. But like I said, I value sleep apparently. And after that Nigerian AFCON game, I needed some sleep. A bitch was stressing. So I've actually written down a few notes of things that I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about today. Last night's performance was brilliant. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my god, Usher shouldn't have performed. Shut up. I feel like it's people who, I mean, I'm Gen Z. I'm Gen Z. I'm not going to sit down here and pretend I'm a millennial and I'm not going to cuss out the Gen Zs because I feel like, I'm not going to lie, there's been so much happening with people trying to say that Gen Z is dumb. Do I agree with that? Partly. But do I feel like it's an insult too? Yeah. So yeah, I just feel like there's been a lot of like people bashing Gen Z, and I'm a Gen Z myself, so I'm not just gonna like add on to that, but I do think that a lot of Gen Z probably aren't familiar with Usher, maybe for the right reasons. Maybe you're familiar with him because of these crazy rumors that you've heard floating around. Maybe you're familiar with him because he was like Justin Bieber's mentor. I feel like a lot of people aren't putting enough respect on the impact of Usher, specifically in R&B. Of course, he did dibble and dabble and do pop as well. He's a phenomenal artist, and I feel like last night, if you didn't know before, I feel like you really got to see that. It was the stamina for me, it was the endurance. I feel like putting on a show back to back to back, especially when it's live, comes with a lot of pressure, and a lot of people just really forget that part. So shout out to Usher, he did his big one on that. I'm not gonna lie to you though, there was a lot of songs that I was waiting for. I just need somebody to... Bro, where was Justin Bieber? I think that's probably the #1 question. I know Justin Bieber was trending with over 300,000 tweets last night. Everybody wondering, where is Justin Bieber? Is he gonna come out? I just need... No, we didn't get any of that. In fact, Justin Bieber was in the crowd. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that a bit shortly, get on to other celebrities who were there as well. But everybody was like, okay, is Justin, aka his son, gonna come out? He didn't in fact do that, and I'm not gonna lie to you, very disappointed, but that's just the Bieber fever in me. But also I just love like an iconic moment. I feel like that truly could have been it, and I feel like Justin is rumoured to be coming out with a new album this year, so that could have been a good way to just kind of like get people amped and excited, but I guess it's their loss when it comes to that. But I know that when Justin does eventually do the Super Bowl, everybody's gonna be going crazy, because when I mean everybody's great-grandfather, cats, dog, uncle, donkey, sister, niece, nephew, bitch, you name it, everybody was like, where the flip is Biebs? So yeah. Now, the great thing about the Super Bowl is that it's a little bit of everyone. Like, I feel like it's for the musical lovers, it's for the football fans, it's for the people who love movies, because there's actually commercial breaks, and people say actually the commercial break is the best part of the Super Bowl. That's crazy, because what? Also, these tickets for Super Bowls are very expensive. Would I ever go? If I was in the States and my favorite was performing, I mean, Rihanna performed last year, I didn't go, did I? I probably wouldn't go, but I wish I could. If someone paid for my ticket, I would happily go. It seems like a fun experience. It does seem very stressful. I'm not a type of person who likes crowds. I don't even like festivals. So to do a whole stadium thing, my anxiety would be literally skyrocketing. But I feel like it's a once in a lifetime experience, and I feel like it's just magical. It's the adrenaline, it's the lights, it's the production. So it looks absolutely brilliant. And I feel like, you know, if we're going to say shout out to Usher and the other, you know, stars who joined him on stage, let's also, what does that mean? Let's also shout out the light technicians. Let's talk about the people behind the scenes who made sure this production was a success, you know? Like, I think people don't put enough respect on the actual team who go on to make this performance truly what it is, which was magical, and I really loved it. I think a lot of people are just shit talking R&B. I think a lot of people just aren't, like, get familiar with Usher, like, get into his catalogue, okay? Again, there are certain songs that I wish he played, but he just didn't play. I think it was like a 13-minute performance. Probably a few songs that I probably could have done without, but that's just my opinion, because I always have an opinion, and I'm gonna share it. But I think it was actually really great. I think, is it my favourite Super Bowl performance? Absolutely not. I mean, Beyonce. Dun, 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 dun. Are you dumb? Yeah. So speaking of Super Bowl commercials, let's go ahead and talk about Wicked real quickly. So there was actually the advertisement for the trailer of Wicked. Ariana Grande was actually in the audience and she was there with Cynthia and they looked absolutely stunning. I love the outfit they wore. I feel like it was very much giving promo for Wicked without having to do too much. But hey bitches, we are here in the venue. Come see me. Speaking of venue, also Beyonce was there. Jay-Z was there. A bunch of other celebrities. We're going to go ahead and talk about Taylor Swift in just a bit because I feel like football fans are tired of Taylor Swift. I think football fans are finally, like, people are just ready to see the end of this. You've got people speculating that Travis Kelce, is his name Travis Kelce or Travis Kelce? I probably should know that by now, shouldn't I? With the way their names are just shoved down my goddamn throat. Just go with Travis Kelce for now. If I'm wrong, hey ho, let's go. People are sick and tired of them. People think it's a PR relationship. I don't think it's a PR relationship. Also, speaking of PR relationship, bitch, I don't think Taylor Swift needs to get anything out of being in this particular relationship. Just saying. I think they truly do love each other and they're actually lovey-dovey, and I feel like it is kind of cute, but I don't like when it's like down my throat and also down my timeline back to back to back. It's just like, babes, let me breathe. And I feel like a lot of people think that Taylor Swift loves the attention of it, but I would be so annoyed if I was kissing my man and there was 1,000,001 different cameras in front of me getting every single angle and getting the interaction, and you guys can hear, you know, audibly what I said. I think that's just mad. Like, I don't think, like, I get it as attention seekers, but I just don't think Taylor Swift is one of those people. I think that she just happens to be this huge phenomenon and this huge success, and everywhere she goes there's cameras and stuff. So yeah, if I'm Taylor Swift, wait, if you're Taylor Swift, are you gonna be annoyed? I'm gonna be hella annoyed. Like, bitch, get the camera on, get it on my goddamn face. But you know, Taylor Swift, she has to just put on a smile like, hi, hey everyone, how you doing? I mean, she don't sound like that. Let's just do a lip gloss break. My lip gloss of the day is actually the Lottie London Oil Slick. This is actually a lip oil, not a lip gloss. So if anybody wants to get onto it, it's like this chocolate and it smells like chocolate. And I love that for me. Just bring it back to Usher real quickly because Usher is 45 years old. That man looks fine. Like, it's not even aging. Looks exactly the way he did when he first came into the industry. Like, are you dumb? And then when he took off the top, I was like... Hey, daddy. Where did that song go? Why didn't they perform that? I do wish it was a better set list, I'll be honest. I think I could have even picked it. And I don't even know, like, I don't know Usher's full discography. But I could have picked some good ones that I know would have the crowd moving wild. The people at home going crazy, like, oh my god, yeah. We love a short king, we do. I was gonna go ahead and tell a story, but I think that's for another time. Because I don't think I've healed from that. This is 30 years in the making. That's insane. I wasn't here 30 years ago. Disclaimer in the beginning was actually quite funny. It said it's going to include a lot of singing, dancing, sweating, gyrating, and possible relationship issues. Now, because I've watched the performance, it did include a lot of singing, and I do want to say the microphone was on. We love to see it. I get why people lip sync, especially when it comes to Super Bowls. It's intense, it's a lot. You have to remember choreography. There's just so much going on. I think that his vocals sounded very healthy. Alicia Keys was there too, and they performed My Boo. Sorry. I'm really sorry. It wouldn't, listen, let me make this comment, but just know it's not a mean, like, it's not intended to be mean. But do you remember a few years ago, Alicia Keys was like, I'm never gonna wear makeup again. Like, I don't want to wear makeup again. I just want to, like, embrace my bare skin. And she's got amazing skin, and I think she actually has like a skincare line, which she came out with, you know, a few years later after mentioning that in, I believe, an interview somewhere. Now, do I think she's probably wearing a little bit of concealer, a BB cream? Yes, I do, okay? But she looks good though. Her skin looks flawless. Would I check out her flipping skincare line? Absolutely not. Just because I don't trust celebrities when it comes to skincare lines. Because they have estheticians, they have clinicians, they've got everything. They've got every type of ishins, innins, and inions in flipping Hollywood. I'm not buying it, and my skin is also suffering, so maybe I do need it. I don't know. You have the Alicia Keys flipping skincare. What's it called? I don't know. If you have it, let me know. How's it working for you? Because it seems to be working for her, and I love that for her. But she looks absolutely amazing. One thing about her, she is going to be behind that piano, and she did exactly that. Now, people on Twitter are clowning her and saying that a few of her notes were flat. Babes, you try it. Alicia Keys is kind of annoying though. I feel like she's just everywhere. She just pops out. I feel like she's one of those people who do not have to really be making current music. I'm not saying that she isn't. Nor do I necessarily care. I wouldn't necessarily pay to see Alicia Keys personally, but if someone did that for me, I'll go, for sure. I don't know too much of her discography, but I think she just pops out and shows out everywhere, and she's always booked and busy, so you gotta give her her turns. And one thing about her, she is going to be glued to that piano, but it was nice to see her, you know, get away from the piano and just, like, move around a little bit, and she gave body. In case you guys are wondering what my favorite part of the performance was, I liked Let It Burn. I liked the performance of Alicia Keys. I don't know what else I like. Oh, I like Ludacris's part. I loved it. And I love how Ludacris had his afro out. Like, it just felt nostalgic. Let's go ahead and just talk about Taylor Swift, because she was obviously there. She was supporting her man. Kansas Chiefs won. Can we just talk about Travis real quickly? Like, what was that whole moment of him getting up in front of the coach and like getting all in his face?
Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, was just recorded on the sideline pushing his head coach during the Super Bowl. So not only do you have a young athletic man absolutely running over this old, larger man, then you have him yelling in his face on national television during the Super Bowl. People like AJ Brown said, if that was me, I would have been kicked out of the league. And Tyreek Hill said, but we know why though, right? Why is Travis Kelce not being kicked out? But AJ Brown, somebody on a different team, would be if they did that. But people in the comments were not letting him get away with that. People in the comments said that only reason Travis Kelce gets away with that is because he's good and because he has Taylor Swift privilege.
That's just too much. I don't know. You've got people on the internet saying, okay, fair enough, like maybe he was just angry and just took it out on his coach. But then you've got people like, okay, this guy has changed so much and he would have never done this before he was dating Taylor Swift and stuff like that. And I just feel like, I don't think, like, we can't always bring Taylor Swift into everything. We can't. I like this one, she ain't involved in it. There is decorum that needs to be followed, point blank period, and that just wasn't it. It wasn't a good look on his end, but he won anyway, so it's just kind of like, all right, cool. It's going to be in the headlines, but also what's also going to be in the headlines is the fact that his team won, so congratulations to him. Now, it's been rumoured that, you know, the box that Taylor Swift was at with Ice Spice, Blake Lively, and other celebrities that I just, for some reason, should remember, but I didn't. So the box that she was sitting in, now we know these tickets are very expensive, you know, but the box that she was sitting in, apparently Travis Kelce paid for, and it ranged between 1.2 million to 1.4 million. I don't know whether this is true, but there was plenty of rumours. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ice Spice was there. She looked like she didn't even know how the game goes. Girl, I'm just like you. Like, she was asking everyone, like, what does that mean? You got different people trying to explain to her how the game goes. I don't know how the game goes, so that would be me too. But that was nice seeing Ice Spice step out as well. I think she's one of those girls where her music is like fun, but it's nothing serious for me. But I do like her fashion sense. Like, I like her aesthetic. I think the NFL fans are finally, you know, happy that this is coming to a close now. People are tired of seeing Taylor Swift be mentioned at every single game. People are tired of I think it has been dragged out a lot, and I don't know. I think Taylor Swift is just one of those girlies where it's like, you get with her, then it's a big look for you. Sports fans are entitled, though, to be kind of pissed off of the fact that the commentators are always going on, like, you know, Taylor Swift's boyfriend is here, when it's like, no, he has a name for himself. So I understand why people are like, ugh, every day I have to see this lady. I have to see her on Twitter, I have to see her on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, radio, and now this. So I understand it. But yeah, I guess congratulations for you, because you won't be seeing her. I mean, you probably will, because it's Taylor Swift, and you probably will come across her, but you won't be seeing her at another game, because I think they're on a break now. I mean, they won. Something else I wanted to talk about actually was payments. So I remember, like, when Rihanna performed last year, I was just thinking, like, okay, so how does this work then? Because I'm nosy as hell. I want to know, like, how do the payments work? Who's getting paid what? What's going on? But then a lot of you guys were telling me that they don't actually pay the performers. They actually just, like, do promotion for them on Apple Music, and whenever you go on Apple, then you see the artist, they're the first artists that pop up, and then, you know, you just go do your thing and go and stream and buy their music. Yes, I'm a musician, bitch, but I'm gonna need me some shitcoin too, because I'm running out of breath performing live, panicking, shook. And you're telling me I'm not getting a single cent. How does this actually work? So I thought, let's go ahead and check out this article. Why doesn't the NFL pay Super Bowl halftime performers? The NFL has a long-standing policy of only paying union scale for halftime performers that in the past have included Beyonce, Rihanna, Prince, Madonna, Michael Jackson, and Paul McCartney. The NFL not only has a solid track record of never paying big bucks for performers, it has gone as far as to try to charge artists for the chance to bask in the limelight of a Super Bowl audience. The NFL in 2015 solicited fees to perform from Rihanna, Coldplay, and Katy Perry, who in the end rejected the notion. Katy Perry agreed to perform but not to pay for the opportunity, telling Forbes, "I want to be able to say I played the Super Bowl based on my talents and my merit. Thank you very much." So why do Super Bowl halftime performers do the show for free? Why would musicians accustomed to earning 6 or 7 figures a show agree to perform for nothing or a pittance of their usual take home? For one thing, they are essentially getting to showcase their music to more than 100 million people without having to pay any of the costs. As the NFL does cover travel and production expenses, and that can be pricey, the NFL reportedly spent about 13 million to cover the cost of Jennifer Lopez and Shakira's 2020 halftime show. I really want to like Jennifer Lopez, and I feel like I didn't mind her too much in like the early 2000s where I was like, what, 4 or 5? Oh god. This video is really showing my age. I'm actually 23.5 because I'm going to be 24 in a few months. Don't want to talk about it. But that was, for me, Shakira's Super Bowl. And then you've got J-Lo being ungrateful, like, oh my god, I should have been the main. No, you shouldn't have. And if it was meant to happen, it was meant to happen. But no, they said they wanted Shakira and J-Lo. And all I remember was Shakira shaking those hips and looking not a day over 25. In Usher's case, the highly anticipated 12-minute performance on Sunday will help promote the singer's upcoming world tour and a new album release, and should be personally memorable for him as well. He said it's going to be a celebration. I'm going to try my hardest not to cry, break down and cry on the stage, he told CBS Morning. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But one thing about me, what was it Ariana Grande said? Greedy! Girl, I'm gonna need my coin. You know that I'm greedy for love. Like, I don't care how much money I already got. I mean, fair enough actually. Fair enough, because you again, you have to pay for travel. I'm sure you can bring your family there for free. Like, no money is coming out of your personal pocket. It's coming out of the NFL's pocket. They are paying for lights and everything, the full production. So I guess that makes sense. And I guess they're going to continue promoting Usher for the month of February. So that will be very exciting. I think that he is planning to propose to his girlfriend. Never seen her a day in my life, respectfully. Didn't even know he had a girlfriend with the way that he's always, you know, whining. Not whining, but like, what's it called again? Oh my god, my mind's going blank. But the way Usher's always moving around different women, bitch, I forgot he was even with someone, okay? I mean, when you look that good, girl, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. He's 45. I'm shook. I'm actually so shocked that he's 45 years young. Like, excuse me. Who do we want to see next at the Super Bowl? Who do we want to see next? Like, Taylor Swift, yeah, fair enough. I think she's actually declined it a few times, if I'm not mistaken. She has hits on hits on hits. So I don't know how she's going to be able to do a 15-minute performance. Who else do I want? Ariana Grande could be sickening because she's got a discography and a half. Justin Bieber, I feel like it's one of those ones where it's like highly anticipated. This is somebody who's been in the game for a very long time now. He's got records on records on records on records, so that could be very exciting. I feel like there's a bunch of artists I'm probably forgetting to mention. I think my all-time favorite Super Bowl performance is going to have to be Beyonce. I think that goes without saying, to be honest. I think there's so many iconic, memorable ones like Prince, like Michael Jackson, but there was something about Beyonce that just gave boss bitch talented as hell, and by far one of the greatest performers of all time. And no, I'm not just going to say this generation. I said of all time. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And yeah, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.